Hello everyone, Bardic Nerd here, coming to you again with my Let's Play of Millennia, getting this recorded. Hopefully it works this time. I don't know how many times I have tried to record this particular episode, but I keep having trouble with the sound for this episode. Obviously it's from the series where the sound didn't record because I had the mute button on my mic when I was initially recording it, and so I had to do record commentary after the fact. And the first time I did it, I didn't hit I hit the play back button, not the record button on my thing. Uh, my program that I was using for it. Then I tried doing it with the wrong microphone settings, so I wasn't actually getting any sound even though I was recording. And now, hopefully, this time, I hope this time it works. I can see the levels going. I can see that it is recording, so I think it's working this time. Let's hope it's working this time. This is getting to be annoying. But anyways, so we are in the age of revolution here, and the revolution has recently risen up. Um, in the age of revolution, in Millennia, there is a revolution that pops up, which is just like two barbarian units at every region that you have. It's not a lot to deal with. If a bunch of them decide to gang up on a single region, they can maybe pose a threat, but otherwise they're just a nuisance. So we're gonna deal with them quickly, well, as quickly as we can. Over the course of this episode, we're gonna take care of them. And then after this episode, next episode, we will finally be invading Nigeria, so that we can establish our dominance as a colonial superpower, with lots of imperialism and all that stuff that is fun to do in games, but that I'm not a fan of in reality. Uh, um, because I'm one of those bleeding heart liberals. Um, that nonetheless finds it so much fun to dominate people in games. Um, I contain complexities. Whatever. Anyways, um, being mean to real people is terrible, and makes me feel bad, but in a game, well, it depends what kind of game. In RPGs, I don't like taking the mean choices. It just feels, the mean choices in RPGs often are just like being jerks for no reason because they're usually poorly written that way. Um, and that seems to serve no purpose. It doesn't help you do better, in most cases. It's just like being mean for no reason in a lot of RPGs. But that's a different topic. This is not an RPG, this is a strategy game. I love both. I love both so much. And so you'll see me do Let's Plays of both here on this channel. But yeah, as you see, we are attacking these rebels near us. We're gonna put them down like the dogs they are. Um, and yeah, there we go. There's a combat there. We have our machine guns just mow them down instantly. Yeah. Yeah. Those new machine guns that we just got, really, really good. Really helpful for us. So let's see here. Oh, there's more battle there. just going and attacking everything that we see. And it's, not very exciting because they're not really capable of putting up a fight. But it's more action than we've had so far, right? So let's watch what we can get. And then next time, I promise you, next time there will be proper blood. But if you want lots of conquest, you should watch my other Millennia Let's Play, where I am all about that conquest from the very start. Um, and there's one or two episodes where there's not much fighting in it, because occasionally you have to take a break to lick your wounds and build up some new forces, but most of them are chock full of conquering everyone in sight. Alright, where's anyone in? Yeah, I guess we'll go up there too. Alright, we're just figuring out which units can we want to send where. These guys, gonna send them. I think we're gonna keep them in here to just let the enemy attack us. But I'm not sure. Yeah, looks like. Alright. Somehow I'm always yawning when I do the recordings of this. Doing the recordings after the fact. It's just not something about it, even when it's in the morning. But well, we will have we're starting to get to the end of the ones where I had failed to get the recording. So that's gonna end for this Let's Play fairly soon. I think is one, maybe two episodes after this. I'd have to look to see exactly, but it's not many. We're getting to the end of that. Then we'll go back to the regular recorded audio. I've recorded some of those, and I've listened to them. The audio is working. It was actually before I got the new mic. So the audio isn't quite the same quality as it is now, but it's still good commentary at the time. Where I'm not guessing. What was I doing then? What was I doing? I don't remember what I was doing. Did I plan? Maybe. Um. So, let's see here. Huh. All right. There we go. I'm just gonna quick. Think we might. We do? Yeah, we look at stats for a minute. And do nothing. Which is boring, unfortunately. But this seems like a good time to say one thing that I had noticed before when looking at the stats for my YouTube channel. And I think I had said this when I was recording the stuff for this, when I was trying to record the stuff for this episode earlier and then failed. No, actually, I talked about this on a different one, actually. In my Conquest Let's Play, I actually talked about how I have a lot of viewers from Germany, apparently. Where a number of my ancestors come from. Which, anyways, I just thought that was cool. I have a bunch of viewers from Germany. I of course am in the U.S., but um, I have a number of ancestors from Germany, and would quite like to visit there someday. I very much like German food, actually. But most of my ancestors come from Britain and Ireland. Clearly, it's from them that I inherited tea drinking. It's actually true. I started really drinking tea when I visited Britain and Ireland in my teens, and have been a devoted tea drinker since, which is a little bit less usual for where I live. Of course, Americans famously drink coffee rather than tea for the most part, um, and that is particularly true in the part of the U.S. where I live, the Northeast. We're big coffee people here. Of course, can't go. You can't throw a stone and not hit a Dunkin' Donuts here, which is they're much more well known for coffee than donuts. I have had friends that are donut people tell me that technically speaking, what Dunkin' Donuts sells is not technically donuts. It's baked sugary pastries or something like that. Um, any most anyone would actually call them donuts, and would not care. But um, but also no one goes to Dunkin' Donuts for the donuts. They go to Dunkin' Donuts for the coffee. um, but yeah. And of course, in Boston, where I live, we famously threw a bunch of British tea into the sea, um, which I think was just horrendous, of course. Um, Not that, I disagree with what they were protesting, but the tea, think of the tea. That's just a crime to to waste that good tea. Anyways, but right. So of course that is obviously why I've chosen to play Great Britain here for the tea. Um, Clearly that is the reason. That should be what I next time I play Britain. I don't think actually in this particular run I don't think I got a religion. Actually, I wasn't able to found a religion because everyone else had found it, because there's only a certain number of religions that can be created in any given game. No, I did actually found Christianity. I thought I had not, but I will. The religion that I should have created, of course, was actually tea drinking. That should have been the religion that I created. I apologize. At the time, I clearly wasn't thinking. Um, Clearly, I need to play a game as Britain or England or something, just so I can found the religion of tea drinking. That's clearly what I need to do. Well, I now have a goal for myself. That'll be some other future Let's Play. That's clearly gonna be its theme. But for now, this unit is just killing a bunch of barbarians. Um, Boom! Sure bombardment. Got this just defending there against rebels that come to attack. There's just a lone musketeer. And it's like settler and a non-combat unit, so they can't do anything. We're just waiting over there with the ships. The ships are really gonna be able to do that much, because the ships can, like, they can do short bombardment, but unless you have armies there. Luckily, some of the ships can spawn armies. That's why I got the Nars to go over there, because Nars are able to spawn explorers. So I blow units away with my ships, then spawn explorers. Unfortunately, the short bombardment of towns doesn't like have a lasting effect of killing like the militia there for some reason. I don't know why. I'm not sure if it's a bug. But um, it's kind of unfortunate that the ships just don't really end up playing much of a part. I was hoping in this game like have naval power play a part. That was part of my idea for this, but this really doesn't. The same way that there's like with the regular setup, um, there's not really a colonialism doesn't develop um in a interesting way in most 4X games that aren't specifically trying to create the situations where colonialism would develop. Because, yeah, if you have like entirely or roughly equal powers, um, and a roughly equal distribution of types of resources, there's colonialism isn't really beneficial the way that it, you know, has benefits for the countries that uh, can set up colonies in our world. Um, but 4X games aren't really great at modeling that, um, generally speaking. I mean, I'm sure it is possible to do so in a 4X game, but you'd have to, like, most of the usual principles of 4X games, like, are antithetical to the idea, so. Oh, just putting some improvements down. Public school off in the desert. Alright. What are we doing here? Oh yes, we're just seeing what we can do that's of any use with this government XP, all this government XP surplus we have. Is there anything we can do of use? Like those things are like, eh. Sure, they'll give us a little bit of benefit, but not much. But might as well do them. Not doing anything else with that government XP. Probably like will eventually mod in making them a little bit more useful. Not super useful, so they're like a thing that you will want to do when you don't have anything else to do with the XP rather than something that you would do instead of doing something with it. But probably like get rid of the cooldown on them. Maybe make them a little bit cheaper. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe make them a little bit more effective. Maybe not. I don't know. But I think I'd get rid of the cooldown on them. I don't think there's a good reason to have the cooldown on them because they don't give a huge amount of benefit. I see them as mostly there to provide something to do with the XP when the XP is when you don't have anything else to do with the XP. So like the cooldown kind of counters that. All right, see here. Oh, we got stuff here. Oh, they are getting hit by rebels too. I'm pretty sure that the revolution spawns rebels everywhere in the world, which can be a bit more annoying for people that aren't yet in the age of revolution, and don't have. I don't know if they spawn at the same level of technology for everyone or not. Definitely be like. That's interesting. I don't know actually. Just building stuff for at those outposts, changing them to colonies, and then building some armories and abbeys. The armory giving a little bit of warfare XP, and the abbey giving some religious boosts. Uh-huh. Alright, and on the grassland we can make castle towns, which generate a little bit of food. It's not much, but hey, it's something. It also generates some money too, which not super important, but hey, I'll take it. Right, we don't have the XP to convert that yet, so okay, we should we get units moving here. I don't know. Spend arts XP. Probably, yeah. Community. Reduce our unrest. With the social fabric there. Not that we have much in the way of unrest, but if we did, we would have less of it now. Alright. Uh huh. Um. Okay. Um. Just gonna skip ahead a little bit till we get to units that are actually doing stuff. Like here, actually, we are just attacking. Wow, that was a lot of damage. Did over 100 damage in a single attack, and units only have 50 health. So, yeah, yeah, you can see. Um, I have the rebels a little bit outmatched. And that means I will definitely have Nigeria outmatched when that happens. Wait, that will happen soon. All right. And see there, you can spawn explorers, and that explorer will go and will attack after we bombard. We have that oh, but right, one of the units has 0 movement. We should have just selected the units that do have movement, but whatever. Mistake I made. I make mistakes sometimes. Shocking, I know. Right. We're gonna go down and kill those units, I presume. Yeah. Okay. And my exploration units are able to just take them out. Explorers and conquistadors are well designed for exploration, are actually respectable in combat. They're not going to stand up to like the units that are really meant for combat from like the age after and so but they're like they will hold their own with stuff with barbarians and stuff of equivalent or lower age. So you can send them off to explore, and then if you have an opportunity to harass enemy, you can do that with them. And like if they get attacked, like they won't die instantly. So yeah, that's useful. Ugh. Ugh. I'm so tired, and it's only noon. Why? Why? But I'm always tired. I'm always tired these days. Probably. Ugh. All right. We researched applied science. Yeah, we can applied science will let us build like power buildings. Get power, which becomes important in the Age of Revolution, and even more so after the Age of Revolution. But starts to become important in the Age of Revolution. Industry stuff we get with the tech industry will require power, so it's good to research applied science before industry often. Um. hmm. Right, communication. Communication is a reasonable tech to research. Um. Right. Goodness. Right. Setting that down. Get in position now that we've taken out the rebels. Got just a little bit more rebels up here to mop up. Um. Yeah, that's an interesting idea to try next time. Maybe I speed up the speed of the stuff and commentate over a sped up video. So it's a little bit more action filled. That might be a thing to think about. Let's see. Alright. Goes on there a little bit more quickly by going over the water than by going around those mountains. And boom. There we go. Then that can just and as you see, like the last militia unit and the walls are still there, even though the ships destroyed them, because so like there's only so much you can do with the shore bombardment. It doesn't have lasting effects always, which is a bit of a gripe that I have with this. But, oh well. Let's get that balloon over to there. I've had to use balloons to provide them with a bit more reconnaissance power, which I think was, you know, a pretty decent idea, but just yeah, it doesn't really in practice play out very well. So the like if I was playing against a human, it might be more important to have like actual more reconnaissance. But against the AI, the reconnaissance that your normal armies are gonna provide is, you know, probably good enough. You don't really need the specialized reconnaissance units um, in a campaign against just the AI. Against a human player, it might be different. I'd really like to play against a human player for this. Would absolutely love to get a multiplayer game with this going. That would be super fun. But you know, we'll see. At some point, we shall have to try that. I would absolutely love that. So I wanna. There is still like tweaking the multiplayer option for this game. But they are working on that, making it a bit more stable. So hopefully that will be a thing eventually that I end up doing. Hmm. Right. We are. Yeah, we got local reforms still going on there. So we don't need to re-up local reforms. We could do something else with that culture power possibly, or we could keep it for doing local reforms again in 3 turns. But that. Right. So what comes next is the question. I think I have basically gotten all the rebels, and so just getting stuff ready so that I can make a quick, decisive strike all at once against Nigeria. So I have all my units positioned on the borders. Oh, innovation. Oh, excellent. Great. This is a wonderful, wonderful innovation. You really want to get this innovation in the age of revolution. If at all possible, it decreases the power requirements for your improvements, which is a pretty big thing. Um, that's a pretty big thing, honestly. So, if at all possible to get that innovation during the Age of Evolution, you want it. But sometimes you'll miss it. Alright. Um, I need to stop being so tired. You'd think the tea I drink would keep me awake, but no. I guess tea doesn't have that much caffeine in it. Of course, if it's herbal tea, then it doesn't have any, but usually I'm drinking black tea. Which has, some. Not a lot, but some. Great. Huh. I should try some of the other kinds of tea that I got. I got a bunch of different kinds of tea from Tea Punk Teas recently. Um, and they have a lot of different interesting kinds of tea. But mostly I just drink the Duchess's Dream, which is an Earl Grey creme, uh, and the Joe's Morning Jolt, which is a Scottish breakfast with some fruit flavors. That's what I had today. Um, but I got several other interesting things, both some blacks, some herbals, and some greens. And maybe a white or something. I can't remember. I got like a lot of tea. An embarrassing amount of tea. Um, uh, you know, I like tea. Um, so I decided that that was a thing that I wanted because I liked their tea. And they had a lot of interesting um, varieties of tea. Right. Let's see. Anything here? Oh. Oh. Yeah, I clearly am tired. Alright, they're forming up with the balloon and gonna meet over there. Yes. Yes, so we can have them in position very shortly. Mm-hmm. They go meet the army down there. Yeah, we're gonna meet there, so okay, it's going to go around the other way. Okay. And they're just gonna hold there while they wait for that. We'll have other units. Also we can get better farms now. Now that we have applied sciences, now we understand fertilizer and all that good stuff. Modern farming techniques. Um, Alright. Eventually I'll be able to take it down. Eventually. Okay. Um. Let's see here. Okay, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Getting close to the end of this session, so mostly we just need to move units into place, but we also want to, make sure we're continuing to develop our regions. Um, we keep being best because of our strong economy. Just like in reality, a strong economy is kind of key to things. Getting alright. Don't really care. Egypt, I don't really care. Let's see. Anyone else? It doesn't look like anyone else is. Yeah, just looking at the different people. United Kingdom is completely pathetic. Um, they are tiny, one region power. Back in the age of discovery. Everyone else is currently in the age of enlightenment. I of course am in the age of revolution. Egypt, not comparable to me. Nobody is really comparable to me. At this point in time. They are. See, this is a bit more interesting to go through when I was actually doing it. Do it. Shang Dynasty. One of the more powerful ones that is the AI. But still not quite as powerful as me. China there. They are again, uh, not much more than half my power. Yeah. We are technically allied to them though. As we are with the Shang Dynasty. We have open borders with Zulu. And they are also, again, not super powerful. They are less than half my power. So, there's Brazil down there. They have 7 regions actually. We are just at peace with them. And they are actually the only ones that they actually, technically speaking, are a little bit more powerful than me. Brazil does very well in every game that I have seen. Well, in my World Conquest game, I decided to conquer them early because I always see them doing so very well. They were the first ones to take out Nigeria. Huh. Surprisingly enough, they have more power. They have a higher power score than me. Well, there it is, folks. There it is. We are at war. We are at war with them. And next time, we will see that war play out, and we will see our forces drive into them and conquer and tear them apart. But that'll all be next time. So Until then, take care.